Welcome to the Mega Greed YouTube channel, where we do car stuff, installs, whole bunch of fun stuff, and we learn things about cars together. My name is Jeffrey, and we do videos on my Dodge Challenger RT alongside the new Veloster N and the Lifted Jeep Grand Cherokee, which is the project vehicle on the channel. If you're interested in any of this type of content, please consider subscribing if you're new here, and if you're coming back, hey, thanks for coming back to watching this video. Today's video, just like the title says, we may or may not be picking up another project vehicle on the channel, but I will talk about that in one quick second. But I want to kind of get your guys what your opinions are, because I do value you guys' opinion, because obviously I'm going to be doing this for YouTube. So I want to know if you guys think it's a good idea, if you guys don't. So I'm gonna either, I'm gonna leave it in the comment section below. If you guys can, you can just drop a comment, let me know what do you think. I'm gonna be going inside the comments and I'm gonna be replying back and looking at all the comments. But before we talk about that, I want to talk to you guys about kind of like my reasoning why I'm thinking about doing it, and just to get you guys your kind of, I'm letting you guys in and kind of, being transparent and like letting you behind the curtain. So I kind of want to let you guys know what's really going on. So as you guys know, or if you may not know, I do most of my videos are around my Dodge Challenger RT. Before I had the Dodge Challenger, I did videos on my Jeep Wrangler. When I sold that, I did, I had all these videos on my Jeep Wrangler. Now I'm doing it on my Dodge Challenger, and yeah, that's what I kind of built my channel kind of around, doing car videos mostly on that one vehicle. With that in mind, it's been a great strategy for me, which has been working out greatly. I haven't gained a ton of subscribers. I'm still only at 5,000 subs. Well, I just got to 5,000 subs after putting in consistent work around for the last couple of years. But I have been growing, and my channel, I get views, and I have been growing. It's not the fastest growing channel ever, but I am growing. I'm kind of at a interesting point with my channel. Now, I have the Jeep Grand Cherokee, which is the project vehicle on the channel, which I have been doing stuff to, and I feel a little bit more comfortable doing more project stuff to that vehicle, making that vehicle, doing modifications and stuff like that. I feel much more comfortable doing stuff to that than the Dodge Challenger. Now, my thing is with the Challenger, at this moment in time, I have been kind of at not an impasse, but I guess I'm kind of trying to make a decision what I really want to do. Most YouTube car channels, like project channels and stuff like this, you do stuff to your vehicles. And right now I'm at the point in time where I'm just debating on what do I want to do. What should I do? What would give me the best return on investment? What would make the most sense? Since right now I have the Jeep, I've been doing stuff to that, and I actually did just order some more parts for the Jeep, so I'm going to be doing a couple more installs and a couple more things to that vehicle. And I think right now my goal for that Jeep is I'm going to make that just a really nice, better daily driver, which the Challenger is still more of the daily, but I want to drive the Jeep more just because I really like it at this moment in time. I know I was going back and forth of if I was deciding if I wanted to sell that, trade that, or what I wanted to do with that. It'll be better for me to keep the Jeep. It has more utility value, and I don't think it'll be worth it to sell it or trade it for something else, just because I've already invested a lot of money into the Jeep, and I've already made it so much better than when I first bought it. At this moment in time, I'm just figuring out I'm going to just completely just do more mods to it, just completely just not go crazy with it, but I want to make it a better, quote unquote daily, because that's going to be mostly my daily in the wintertime, and that's going to be, the car that I'm going to be mostly using. So I'm going to make it a nice daily, do more off-road and stuff with that, and I really want to go in that direction with that vehicle. With the Veloster N that we just got, that car is still technically my wife's car. That isn't my car, that's hers, that's her car. So there's only so much stuff that I can physically do to it. I'm still going to be making videos on it, we're still going to be doing stuff with it, having fun with it, but I know we're not going to be doing any crazy modifications to it. We're going to do wheels and tires and maybe small little things here and there, but we're not going to be going crazy and doing a whole bunch of installs on that car, just because of it's her car, and I don't want to just do stuff to her car. It is her car at the end of the day. It's a brand new car. I know she wants to enjoy it. It's a nice daily, driver. We're going to be still doing a lot of videos on it, comparing it to other vehicles, comparing it up to the Challenger, taking it, on some back roads, seeing what it can do, and really having some fun with it. But we're not going to be doing a ton of installs and mods and a whole bunch of great stuff to it, but it is going to be a featured car on the channel. Now that brings me to my Dodge Challenger. Now, my biggest thing with that is I'm at the point of investing more money into it and what I can get out of it. Here's the thing with that. Right now, the way it sits, I could go further into it. there are things I want to do to it. I would love to do, like my next step, I actually had all this stuff like planned out what I really wanted to do. I was gonna do, it's nothing crazy. I was gonna do the PCM swap, get a 93 octane tune, either by, you know, Hemi Fever or J Green or something like that. And then I was gonna do either, you know, the 180 thermostat and do a bigger throttle body. That was pretty much what I was gonna do. It already has the mid muffler delete, it has the Hellcat lower box intake, and that's pretty much what I was going to do. And then get better wheels and tires and stuff like that and lower it. And that was going to be the build pretty much for that car. And in order to do that, I would have to invest, you know, it's going to be a couple of thousands of dollars. Like the PCM swap itself is $1,000. Doing the tuner with the tune, you know, a couple $100 more. So probably about another $1,000 doing the throttle body. Could be $500. You know, the 180 thermostat. I don't know, maybe $200 or something like that. Wheels and tires, you know, could be $2,000 if I were to do all four, you know. So that's going to be a lot of money adding all that stuff up just to get the Challenger up to, you know, just a nicer build, you know, quote unquote build setup. Now, my thing with that is I'm really debating on putting money into it and versus what you can get out of it. If I were to do that, that's money I'm not going to get back for the vehicle. In fact, that would quite possibly hurt the value of the car. Now, I know I said, you know, like, I don't really think of cars as assets and value and stuff like that, but you have to kind of still be logical in the way you think of things. I could spend that money on that car and do a whole bunch of, you know, stuff like that, and that would be great. But at the end of the day, if I ever wanted to sell the car, those modifications would probably hurt the value of the car. I am always still like looking at the value of the car and what I can do, what I'm going to do, and like what, you know, what I can get out of it. So that's the reason why I'm kind of thinking like I don't know if I want to go that much more with doing modifications to the Challenger as far as going into the engine and stuff like that. I still want to do other small things to the Challenger. I still want to have some fun with it, get new tires, take it to the drag strip, have some fun with it, and, you know, do a whole bunch of more stuff. But I just don't know if I want to go inside the engine and like do modifications to the engine just because of what that vehicle, like that vehicle has so much value. And I know that if I want to swap and get a different car eventually, because at the end of the day, it still is just a 5.7 Hemi. And I do know in the back of my mind, the 6.4 is still just faster and it's technically better. And if I were to really want to, I could just save up the money and trade that car in and then just upgrade to a 6.4 if I really wanted to. Which I don't know if I really want to do that yet, because I still want to just finish paying off that car. You know, that'd be great, just not having a car note for a while. So that's what I'm pretty much thinking I'm going to do. So that's the reason why I'm kind of like, I don't want to invest a ton of more money into like building up that car, just because I want to kind of like save the money on that end. And just like, it's basically just the money you put into it, what can you get out of it? So that's kind of my thoughts with that. Oh, that brings me to my fourth point now. What else could I possibly do? There's another car that I've been looking at. I just seen it is for sale. I am very much interested in it. Now, it is a Mazda Miata. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, it's a Miata. Everyone does Miata stuff. But here's the thing about it. Miata things, the one nice thing about them is most of the parts are cheap. And most of the stuff that you can do to it are, you know, it's like, it's cheaper, it's less expensive. You can still have a ton of fun with them. And I really would like to have another, like a, you know, small car. I think it'll be really fun to have. Now, my thing is though, having that many cars here, would it be kind of crazy? So I was thinking, you know, should I do it? Should I not do it? My thing is though, I've already invested more money inside the Jeep than the total value of the Miata I'm looking at. So it's like, I could buy a whole nother car, do a whole bunch of more content on that vehicle along with the other cars, and have, you know, variety between all the different cars, and I would still be spending less money. You know, I've already spent more money in the Jeep. Now, here's the thing that I was thinking about. My biggest thing, it is a risk. Doing any of this type of stuff is a risk. I could spend that money, buy another vehicle, do stuff to that vehicle, or I could spend that money and put it into the Challenger and do that type of build, which, you know, I could do that. But the only thing is though, I won't be able to get that money back at the end of the day. My thing is though, if I were to buy a Miata, I could do stuff to it, build it up, do a quick thing to it, and like really have some fun with that vehicle and like have some fun. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I can always sell it later and get, you know, recoup most of the money back. just like anything, it is a risk, which I did a risk before as well. Before I had the Jeep, I bought a Project Mustang. I did videos on that. It turns out I didn't really like the vehicle as much just because I felt like it was too similar to the Challenger. And at the end of the day, it wasn't the GT. It was just a normal V6 manual Mustang, and it was okay. But then I realized I just didn't fall in love with the vehicle. I really wanted either the Jeep or a Miata, and I kind of settled for getting that Mustang because it was priced nice and it was a manual car. And I thought I could do some stuff to it. And at the end of the day, it was still just a, you know, V6 2000 Mustang. That was kind of at the end of the day. That vehicle wasn't all that clean. There was some rust and there was some problems with it. So that's the reason why I kind of sold that. But I made a profit when I sold that vehicle. So I was totally fine with doing that. Totally fine with buying that vehicle, doing some videos with it, and then selling it off. And then, you know, and then moving on to something different. So that's what I want to know from you guys. What do you guys think? Should I buy a Miata for the channel? Would you guys be interested in doing it? Because my thing is, though, yes, partially, I mean, yes, I'm doing this to have fun, but I am thinking about this as a business sense. Right now, like I said before, we're in a position we could take a little bit more risk. My other business seems to be doing, you know, really well right now, and you know, both our jobs are doing well. So we're in the position where we can take a little bit more risk right now. There's risk and there's the opportunity for return. My thing is, though, if I put that money into the Challenger and try to build that, that's money I'm not going to see back. I could put even more money into the Jeep, but at this moment of time, it's already pretty, it's at a good state. Only thing I really need to do to it, I'm doing stuff, going to be doing a radio install, fixing up some of the small little issues, and just making that just a little bit more comfortable to drive in the wintertime. And I'm going to be doing mostly just like off-road stuff with that, and like doing like cooler, like, you know, just different style videos with that. But I think right now, the way it sits pretty well. I am going to probably do some upper control arms and stuff like that down the line. But the way that sits, like, it's pretty good. I'm going to be doing just more stuff to it that like pretty much at this moment in time, the Jeep is just going to be like content of like actually doing stuff with it. That's all I really have to do with that. So I want to know, what do you guys really think? Would you guys be interested in doing if I got a Miata and did more Miata content with it? The other nice thing is, though, it is another manual transmission car. I know I'll probably be throwing some pictures here, but it's another manual transmission car, and this one, it seems to be very clean, and it seems like the owner of this vehicle owns multiple Miatas. So that would be a cool project vehicle for the channel. Now, the only thing is, though, it would be kind of hard having it here just because I have so many cars here. I don't want to have like just a million cars here. I'll have to figure out parking and how am I going to do that and everything else. But I think we can make it work. But so let me know, guys, what do you guys think? You guys think it's worth it? You guys think it's not? If you guys don't think it's worth it, if you guys think it's like a bad idea, I'm gonna take that into consideration. If you guys are interested and you guys really like yeah, that would be really cool to see on the channel. Because with that, I mean, heck, I can do a ton of stuff with that. It's a rear-wheel drive manual transmission, you know, two-door, you know, sports car. It's not quite like the Challenger at all. It's very light, very nimble. I would love to compare that to the Veloster N and do a whole bunch of videos with those things compared up to it. And that's a car I could really go and dive into. I can do I can legit do a supercharger kit on that and spend, you know, so much less money than I would be spending if I were to do, you know, doing supercharging the Challenger. Obviously, the Miata wouldn't. It's nowhere near as fast as the Challenger, but it's so light, it's so nimble, it's a different feel, and I could honestly really do all of my autocrossing needs and do everything I really wanted to do with the Challenger. I can really do that with the Miata. So that's kind of my thoughts. Or I can just honestly like use that as a nice daily for the summertime because it is a convertible. So I don't really know yet, but I really want to know what you guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Instagram, Omega Greed, the same name as the YouTube channel. Go to the website geekswithcars.com where you can shop the merch, read some blog posts, and just keep up with everything that's going on. Let me know. I will see you guys in the next video, and see you guys.